Welcome back, or welcome if you've just tuned in. Sine 240 times tan 120. This looks a whole lot easier, doesn't it? So sine 240, always cast diagram, ready to go. I'm going to be lazy and just go CAST and say, okay, sine 240, that's the same as sine of, well, where's 240? 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. 240 is down here somewhere, so if that whole thing's 240, then this little bit is 60. So this is the same as sine 60. Is it positive or negative? Well, we're in the third quadrant, the tan quadrant, so therefore it must be negative, and we're going to multiply that by tan 120, so it's going to stay tan, and where is tan? And I'm just going to change this to a different color. Well, 120 is sitting somewhere over here, so if that bit's 120, then we need to get to the x-axis, so that's 60 away. So that's tan 60. Now you've got two options. So let's run through both options. Option 1, option 2. Option 1, calculator is your friend, and you go sine 60 is root 3 over 2. So this is negative root 3 over 2. And I've missed out here because I forgot about which sign this is. Tan, this must have been a negative. And we're going to multiply that by negative tan of 60, tan 60. I'm going to say, well, that's root 3. And then from there, punch that whole thing into your calculator. Just say negative root 3 divided by 2 times negative. I could have saved some time and gone a negative times a negative as a positive and not punched in the calculator, but it doesn't really matter. Root 3, close brackets, and I get 3 over 2. Option 2. So you say tan 60 I can rewrite. So I'm going to forget negative times the negative is going to give us the positive. And this is sine 60. Tan 60 I'm going to rewrite as sine 60 over cos 60, because tan is just sine over cos. Then we've got a fraction, so sine 60, that over 1 times that. Hasn't really helped us because nothing's cancelled. So it would have been nice if sine were on the denominator, then something would have cancelled like an a. So this, in retrospect, is looking like a silly idea, because sine 60, we're going to have to write this as a fraction anyway. So we haven't really gotten anywhere. So we're going to have sine 60 squared, I guess. So we could have sine squared 60 over cos 60. So we can type that in our calculator to go the sine of 60 all squared gives us 3 over 4. So 3 over 4 over cos of 60. If you've gotten this far, you're thinking, why did we go for this option? And I'm with you. It didn't help us at all. 3/4 divided by a half gives us 3 over 2. Same answer. This option seems better. I'm going to put a smiley to go. Let's go for this option. And let's finish off. Let's check it. Sine 240, close bracket, times tan 120, close bracket, equals 3 over 2